You've heard it 1,000 times. Honesty is the best policy. But hold up. Have you ever asked yourself, who actually said that? And more importantly, what position were they in when they said it? Were they the one who was hurt? Or the one doing the hurting? Because depending on the answer, any rational person would pause, rethink, and maybe even challenge that old saying altogether. So today, this isn't just another story time. This is a test of your morals. Yes, you're in this now, my friend. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because you're gonna need a voice by the end of this. If you're a woman watching this, skip to the timestamp on the screen. But if you're a guy, you, don't go anywhere, because this one's written for you. Meet Olivia. She's not just your girlfriend, she's your partner, your rider, your real life down for you woman. You've been with her for 3.5 years now. She's different. In this modern world full of hot takes and Instagram reels, she's actually surprisingly traditional. She cooks, she's respectful. When your boys come over, she greets them, offers drinks, makes them feel welcome. She's the type that doesn't just show love in words, but in small, consistent actions. And that is rare. You know it. Your mum knows it. Even your boys clocked it. You've both had hard conversations, but one thing you always agreed on? Radical honesty. No lies, no half-truths. You promised each other, if anything ever happens, no matter how bad, just tell me. And up until now, it's worked. But life got hectic. Work started demanding more. Deadlines, meetings, long nights at the office. You'd come home mentally drained, physically done, emotionally disconnected. You weren't being bad to her, but you weren't being present either. And Olivia? Well, she started spending time with her childhood friend, someone she's always been close with. You know him too, Aaron. He's queer, in a relationship with a guy called Max, who Olivia is now friends with too. Although Olivia's spending more and more time with Aaron, he's never really posed a threat in your mind. Until now. One night after dinner, Olivia sits you down. There's a silence in the room that you feel before she even speaks. She looks anxious, guilty, but determined. Then she says it. I need to tell you something. What? You reply. I stepped out. Your heart drops. She says it only happened once. Says she didn't mean for it to, but it did. And now, because of the promise you made, she's coming to you with full honesty. Now here's where you come in. Would you forgive her? Is honesty really enough in this situation? Does the fact that she came clean help or hurt? I need you to pause this video and in the comments tell me, would you forgive Olivia? And more importantly, why or why not? Be honest, this ain't about looking good. This is about what you would truthfully do. Because what comes next might just shift your answer completely. Now imagine a few days pass. You've had time to think, to cool off, but not fully process. Olivia comes to you again. This time, no shaking, just emotion. She says she didn't do it because she stopped loving you. She did it because she didn't feel loved by you. She explains the nights you were at work, the times you cooked and you came home too tired to eat, the emotional emptiness that crept in slowly, Not because you didn't love her, but because life got in the way. And in that vulnerable space, someone familiar, someone safe was just there. Now tell me, would your stance change? Would understanding the why shift how you see the what? And then she tells you the final piece. It was with Aaron Max. Yes, the queer friend's boyfriend. She admits they were physical, but nothing penetrative. She swears it never went that far. It was touching, maybe more, but no full-blown intimacy. No sheets torn up, no hotel rooms, just a mistake in a moment of weakness. So now the final question. Does that change anything for you? Is it less of a betrayal because of who it was with, or more of one because it was someone close? Does the non-penetrative part make it easier to forgive or harder? Yes, we're going into details. Let's go there, since honesty is the best policy. But if honesty really is the best policy, then how do we handle it when that honesty hurts the most? Meet James. He's your man of 4 years. Not a boyfriend, not someone you talk to. This is the man you built a proper foundation with. You've been through storms together. Family drama, job loss, even that 1 month where the two of you were barely surviving off one income and pot noodles. But you pulled through as a team. James isn't perfect, but he's solid. He's a full-time working man, somewhat traditional. He believes in providing, protecting, and planning. He doesn't club like that, keeps a tight circle. When he's not working, he's with you, or your family, who love him like their own. You balance each other out. You challenge him, he grounds you. And you've both said the same thing from the jump. For this to work long term, we have to be fully transparent with each other. No lies, no filters, no secrets. Now, over the last few months, things started shifting. Not dramatically, but gradually. You started posting more content, more skin, more body. It wasn't for validation, it was expression, confidence, branding. Still, James pulls you aside one evening. He looked calm, but you could see it in his eyes. Something was brewing. He told you, "Babe, I love you, but these pictures, they're making me uncomfortable." He asked you to take them down. Not because he's insecure, but because he sees you as his future wife. Not digital real estate for strangers to gawk at. You refused, respectfully, but firmly. So you brought it up with your mum and your younger sister. Both of them, they adore James. And soon enough, he started spending even more time with your family than with you. He said they made him feel seen, respected, valued. Now here's the moment. One evening, James sits you down. There's no anger in his voice. No fake excuses. Just chilling stillness. And one confession. I stepped out. He tells you it happened once. He didn't plan it. He didn't chase it. But it happened. So here's the question. And it's for you. Yes, you. Not the girl next to you. Not your bestie. You. Would you forgive James? Is honesty still the best policy when it leaves you shattered? Now, because I know the next stage of this will shift your decision, I want you to pause this video right now and tell me, in the comments of course, would you forgive him? Why or why not? Be real, not righteous, please. Done? Good. Because now James tells you why he stepped out. He looks you dead in the eye and says, it wasn't because I stopped loving you. I just felt like I wasn't being respected anymore. I was constantly told to accept you as you are, but nothing about me was being considered. And when I was with her, she made me feel in control, like a man again. Submissive energy kind of felt good. Would your stance change? Do you see him as weak or just human? And finally, the killer blow. He tells you who it was with. Your sister. Yeah. Your younger sister. Now he swears there was no penetration. It was physical. Just physical. But never all the way. Now I need you to ask yourself, does that change everything? Does it matter that it wasn't technically cheating in your book? Or does the betrayal of who it was with override the how? Now, read the comments. Seriously, go scroll. See how many people are torn, conflicted, disgusted, or maybe even understanding. And ask yourself, should we throw away the phrase, honesty is the best policy? Because all it seems to bring is losses. And deeper than that, have you ever lied to preserve something you didn't want to lose? Listen, we as human beings are no different to other species when it comes to one thing: survival. We're biologically wired to protect our assets, preserve our resources, and maintain power by any means. So when we say honesty is the best policy, it sounds good in theory, but in practice, it's just not built for a world where survival trumps morality. Unlike animals, we've been gifted an extra tool in our arsenal: speech, verbal communication. Other species rely almost entirely on body language, and because body language is harder to fake, they're often forced to live truthfully. For example, if a lion's in danger, it can't talk its way out. It growls, it postures, it fights. There's no grey area, no bluffing. Its body tells the truth, even when it doesn't want to. We humans, we lie with our lips, smile through betrayal, and say, I love you, while plotting our exit. Why? Because we have language. And language, when weaponized, becomes a survival tactic. So when faced with the possibility of losing someone we love, or losing our image, or losing control, we lie. We distort. We bend the truth into shapes we think will keep us safe. So what have I learned? Honesty is the best policy in a world where survival isn't the goal. But unfortunately, that's not the world we live in. We humans are hypocrites by design. We love to set rules that we secretly plan to break. We tell others what they can't do to us, but rarely hold ourselves to the same standard. It's do as I say, not as I do. while we have our cake and eat 2 more slices. As the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "I'm not upset that you lied to me. I'm upset that from now on, I can't believe you." So maybe the real answer isn't blind honesty. Maybe it's honest self-awareness. Don't make promises you can't keep, and don't demand truth you can't handle. Be honest, or at the very least, be real. Life is the only curriculum with no graduation, so stay studying.